Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm here to interview GTL. Is he here?
Yes, right this way, man.
All right.
He'll be in Studio M.
Perfect. I love the studio.
After you.
Thank you. Hey GTL. What's up? What are you working on?
Self-made. I'm working on my new single
Self-made?
coming out soon.
New single? Oh wow.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, GTL in the house. Welcome, thank you for joining us, Gabriel. It's a pleasure having you today. Welcome to Spouse Solution. You're about to release a new single.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the name of that?
The new single is called Self-Made. Self-Made. So it's going to be coming out in 2 weeks. So June 26th. So you guys can stay tuned. It's going to be on all digital platforms. And yeah.
And what's the inspiration for Self-Made?
The inspiration for Self-Made is it's a hype song. So it's for all my like sport players, gym, boxers, everything. You know, it's a hype song, so it's gonna get you up off the couch.
Absolutely. If you haven't heard that, well, I had the privilege to hear behind the scenes, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy it. Gabriel, you have a very beautiful background about the synergy on how you started merging being an artist and being a behavioral analyst. Tell us more about it.
So being an artist and being a behavior specialist is a true blessing, because you know, working with students with special needs really does inspire me as an artist and as a young adult. It keeps my feet on the ground, definitely. It keeps me focused on, you know, what do I have to do, and I got to be careful with my words in my if I want to write a song about them, you know, if I want to write a song about their depression, about their personal life experiences. So it's a good thing being a behavior specialist, because their life experiences just motivates me on a daily basis. I mean, going to work every day, you can't just wake up and go to work not having that passion, you know what I'm saying? Like if you wake up and go to work and you're not feeling it, then that's not the right job for you. You know, I wake up and go to work with a great feeling in my heart. So I go to work thinking like, yo, today is gonna be a good day because I'm gonna make a person smile. Like nobody's gonna leave my office without smiling. You know, like if they came in crying, they're gonna leave my office smiling. So that's the goal for me on a daily basis.
And I think you're doing a beautiful job, because you have been the voice of those, who say, children that are going through specific scenarios like depression, anxiety, and that has influenced your lyrics.
Right.
Now you also have another single that you released post-pandemic.
Yes. Wake Up Call?
Wake Up Call.
Wake Up Call.
That's such a beautiful, I don't know, just when I heard it for the first time, it kind of like, wow, it brought me where sometimes we're trapped in our minds and we don't know where to go. What was your inspiration for Wake Up Call?
My inspiration for Wake Up Call was the life experiences of, you know, of friends that been through depression. That you know, I had really, really close friends that, you know, they've been to the point that they wanted to suicide. So at that moment, you don't really have much words. All you have to do is just be human. And you know, what's the natural gift that human nature has is just giving that other person a hug. You know, telling that person that it's gonna be okay. You're gonna do all right. Like, it is a tough battle that you're facing at first, but you know, as long as you got a person here for you, I'm gonna help you move forward. Like, you know, I'm that shield for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could just throw, like, literally vent to me and tell me what you're really going through. That's what really inspired me to write Wake Up Call. Wake Up Call is like I said, it's a wake up call. You know, you can't let depression, you can't let it attack you, you know, because when you're in your darkest moments in your life and you're alone, that's when the evil wants to provoke you. You know, that's what I say on the hook. When the evil provokes you, you can't let him provoke you. You gotta just wake up from it and like do something that makes you active. Do something that that keeps you busy, keeps your mind busy. Stay positive. If you want, you could like read about positive books, motivational, inspirational books. Watch motivational videos. You can even watch my own music video, Wake Up Call, on YouTube. Wake Up Call by GTL. That video itself will show you the different moments, the different scenarios that I face, as in that dark phobia. You know, like when you guys are on, like, you get claustrophobic or something, and you feel like, you know, you're being attacked. Well, that's how depression feels like. And I could say for myself, because, you know, I've been through it, and I had depressive moments before. But so I explained it mainly from my experience, and I didn't think that song was going to inspire so many people out there. I thought it was going to inspire mainly like my students, because I did it mainly for them.
How many students do you have?
Students at the school I work at, it's about 400 students, I believe.
Okay.
400 students. So it's from 3rd grade to 12th. So we're hitting all ages.
Right.
So right
absolutely.
now, like I said, depression can hit you at any age.
So when you were writing the lyrics, you were thinking about your students, but you never thought eventually your video was going to have over 10,000 views
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I did not think at all.
And
that
close
the song,
to 56,000 followers on Instagram?
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. I did not think that the song was going to be, you know, off my hands at that moment.
Why GTL? Why Gabriel the Legend?
GTL it's a beautiful name because it relates to life experiences. It relates to people that gone through the worst. You know what I'm saying? That gone through the worst, and they overcome it. Like they were able to push through it. So you know, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. I was born in Puerto Rico, in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, and I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. And like the lifestyle over there, like the school that I used to go to, the private school, I was raised very like educated. You know, like they taught me well. Like my parents taught me well also. And one of the teachers in the school was like, "Hey guys, we're gonna go to a homeless shelter, and we're gonna like unite. We're gonna have a meal with them. We're gonna put ourselves in their shoes." And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
That was in Cleveland?
Yes, that was in Cleveland, Ohio. And that was my wake-up call. So being able to eat a meal with a homeless person is crazy, because as a young age, you know, you're thinking like, well, why am I going to sit with him? You know, like, what's going on? If I'm okay. Well, it's not about being okay. It's just that you got to understand how he feels about it. You know what I'm saying? And
being empathetic, understanding the other person.
Exactly.
So what shoes they're walking on.
We got to start thinking outside of the box and see how other people feel instead of ourselves. So at that moment, you know, growing up, I was always surrounded by, you know, like people with different life experiences. And then I grew up with close kids with autism too. So just being around all these life experiences really makes a spark in my artistic name. And then I have a good friend of mine, respecting his name, you know, not saying his name at all, but I used to help him a whole lot. And he always said, "Gabe, you know, you're like a legend. You're like a legend because just the way that you help me, and it comes out naturally. I feel goosebumps every time you help me, because, you know, everybody else is not really helping me, and you're just helping me. Like, why are you helping me?" I'm like, man, it's just because I love helping people. Like, that's just what I love to do, and that's the real me.
And I think that's the impact. Basically leaving your legacy.
And that's my legacy, exactly. That's my legacy. Being remembered for who you really are.
I love that. And you have a special project in mind. You want to create your nonprofit?
Yes.
Something that you want to execute in the near future. Tell us more about it. What is your project about?
My biggest project on my, you know, that future goal is that nonprofit foundation for young adults with special needs, the ones that are at group homes that, you know, most of them don't have that family love because maybe their family passed away, you know, and they're alone. So I just want to have that, you know, that positive vibe with the team to go to those group homes and sing to them, you know, and build a song with them, make them feel welcome, make them feel loved, because we don't all want to be alone out here, you know. We want to have that love that we can just connect with some other adult and, you know, a positive role model. So I would like to, that's in the process. like I said before, I did not expect being where I'm at today. I did not expect from being a 14-year-old sitting with a homeless person, sharing time, sharing that moment with him. And then now, in 2023, I'm helping people with special needs. So that's just the journey that that God brings you. He leads you towards. So that's why, working with these kids just inspires me internally because of them, I want to build this foundation. I don't want them to feel alone.
What is holding the future for GTL as far as being an artist and being a behavioral specialist? How are you planning on creating a synergy in order to continue with your musical career as a composer, as an artist, and at the same time being able to continue your plan?
Right. Well, the goals for me is to keep working. I mean, like I said, these kids are like these students that vent to me on a daily basis. They're my motor.
Mm-hmm.
They're my motor to keep going. They're my motivation. I might be their motivation, but they're my motivation because they keep me. They give me the applause. They always want that selfie with me. Like, oh, I want to take a selfie with you. Like, you're our artist, like you're our local artist. I want to spend time with you. So, because of them is what keeps GTL living and going on a daily basis. Thank God for the blessings, and those blessings we're putting them to work now. So, I mean, the future goals is to hopefully in the future open my own record label. Mm-hmm. That's goals far ahead, but it's not impossible.
You're
and I know that
it.
we're working on it, and that's what we're planning. That's in the books. But mainly the foundation is that's my main goal that I want to open first. Pretty much to focus on that because I want everyone from my community to feel united. We're all a puzzle, so we should all be connected into one piece.
I love that. What would you say to someone who's going through depression, anxiety, somebody who's considering on taking their own lives?
What I say to you is that you are not alone. You're not alone. It doesn't matter what you go through. You might close yourself in your own head and say like, hey, it's over with. Nobody cares for me. But you know what? There is someone out there that really does care for you. It's just that a lot of people don't have any words to say at that moment. That's a tough moment for everyone to react to. But when it happens to a close person in your own circle, that's when you react, because you don't want to see any loved one leave by suicide. You don't want anybody to die by suicide. So you want to be there, the best. You're gonna be the best friend you can be. If God puts you in that person's path, you're gonna help them push through the best way you can. And I promise you, every word counts. And if you don't have any words to say, give a hug to that person.
Yes.
That physical contact with human and human is God-giving. You don't need a master's degree or you don't need anything. You just need to hug a person and just tell that person, hey, are you okay? No, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I got you. That's what it's all about. It's all about opening up, and I think we need more of that therapeutic environment.
It brings a big smile on my face to hear that. Just being part of each other's healing, being empathetic, just give ourselves, a hug, a simple touch, or a simple word. Hey, you're not alone. I'm here for you. And you are giving us this through your music.
Yes.
All right. So how can we download Self-Made?
So listen, guys, Self-Made could be downloaded on all digital platforms. I mean, if you have Spotify, if you have iTunes, Apple Music, all that, Pandora, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, anything you could think of, my song is going to be on there. It's going to be
spread
available.
The joy.
It's going to be available for you. If you don't want to have Apple Music, then go on YouTube. You're just going to have to enjoy the advertisements, but you're going to love it.
Yeah, and it's important. We want to raise funds. We want to help Gabriel to make their plan come true. We want him to be very successful and help as many people as he can with his project. So let's just contribute. Gabriel, it's been an honor and a pleasure having you today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing your talent, and much success in your new single.
No
and
problem.
Please follow him on Instagram, GTL.
Yeah, official GTL on Instagram, and then Gabriel The Legend, space GTL on Facebook and on YouTube. So that's where you guys can find me. If you guys want to be part of the Legend family, feel free to follow, subscribe, give me that love. If you want to be part of that foundation, hey, we all got to start somewhere. So that's a really beautiful thing to just bring up to your community. So guys, join the Legend family, and that's what it's all about.
Well, thank you, Gabriel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.